Whether you're an avid fan of American football or you don't know your quarterback from your Hail Mary, you would have certainly heard of the Super Bowl. It's the exciting climax of the NFL season where the champions of the AFC face off against the champions of the NFC for the sport's highest prize. In recent decades, halftime has become just as important as the game itself, with the legendary commercials that cost millions of dollars and of course the super popular halftime performances. Gone are the days of marching bands. Today it's big budget productions with massive names, and in today's video we're going to rank our favourites. I'm Ash Robertson from Man Thoughts, and this is the 10 greatest Super Bowl halftime performances. Number 10, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers from Super Bowl 42 in Phoenix.
Well, she was an American girl.
We kick off our list with the legendary Tom Petty and his band the Heartbreakers, and it's safe to say it was a fantastic performance. Forget dancing backup girls, acrobatics and surprise cameos, this one was all about good old-fashioned rock and roll. Not only were the song choices spot on, drawing from Petty's illustrious repertoire and matching the occasion, but the band played super tight and with full commitment. It may have been a tough night for the Patriot fans, with the infamous helmet catch and shock Giants win, but at least they got to see a kick-ass rock concert and a real legend at work. Number 9, Paul McCartney at Super Bowl 39 in Jacksonville. Staying with rock and roll legends, you cannot forget Sir Paul McCartney, who took on halftime duties in 2005. As you'd expect from the Beatles founder, Wings frontman and successful solo star, the setlist covered Macca's illustrious career. He kicked off with the classic Beatles songs Drive My Car and Get Back, this time not on a rooftop.
Get back to where you once belonged.
Then came the fantastic spectacle of the Wings hit Live and Let Die, with fireworks flying and flames blazing. Having been lucky enough to see this live, albeit not at the Super Bowl, I can assure you just how awesome it is. And of course he finished with the ultimate sing-along tune, Hey Jude. Again, it was another no-fuss performance, but was still utterly brilliant. Number 8, Lady Gaga at Super Bowl 51 in Houston. Instead of no-nonsense rock and roll, Lady Gaga's halftime performance was of course a bombastic spectacle. From the Pledge of Allegiance and dive from the roof of NRG Stadium, right through to the energetic choreography, massive dance troupe and impressive staging. There was no question this was vintage Gaga, but cleverly done through tone and great song choice to not upset more traditional viewers. As many YouTube commenters have said, whether you like her music or not, or agree with her views or lifestyle, you cannot deny she's one hell of a performer and put on a fantastic show at Super Bowl 51. So fantastic, it must have mesmerised the Falcons for the second half. Number 7, Bruno Mars at Super Bowl 48 in New York. While some may have worried that Bruno Mars was too young in his career for a Super Bowl halftime show, the popular singer-songwriter certainly proved them wrong. Not only did he have the material performing chart-topping hits like Locked Out of Heaven, Treasure and Just the Way You Are, he danced with style and even did a kick-ass drum solo. Okay, the addition of the Red Hot Chili Peppers did feel a tad strange at first. I felt a bit more like overzealous tailgaters storming the stage, but however, the Peppers and Bruno Mars worked really well together and delivered a fantastic show at MetLife Stadium. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the Denver Broncos. Number 6, the Rolling Stones at Super Bowl 40 in Detroit. While some locals may have wanted something that celebrated Detroit's rich musical history, there's no question the Rolling Stones did a stellar job at Super Bowl 40 at Ford Field. Mick Jagger certainly didn't disappoint, performing Start Me Up, Rough Justice and Satisfaction with his signature moves and age-defying energy. Even the network's censorship in the wake of the Janet Jackson Nipplegate saga couldn't stop the legendary Stones from stealing the show. I mean, come on, their stage was a giant version of their iconic Hot Lips logo. It doesn't get cooler than that. Number 5, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band at Super Bowl 43 in Tampa. Speaking of energetic rockers, Rolling Stone magazine named Bruce Springsteen as one of the artists you must see before you die. At Super Bowl 43 in Raymond James Stadium, the fans in attendance and across the world saw exactly why. If anything, you'd be forgiven for thinking a football game broke out at a Springsteen concert. As you'd expect, the E Street Band were in fine form, as was the boss, leaping on top of the piano, knee sliding across the stage, and performing a brilliant adaptation of his hit Glory Days. It was another classic case where the grand stages and pageantry of halftime were just not necessary. They expertly condensed the energy and excitement of a 4-hour Springsteen concert into those 12 minutes. Number 4, Beyonce at Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. Before you even consider the musicality or showmanship of her performance, Beyonce deserves a place on this list purely for her energy levels and impressive cardio. They didn't drop at all throughout this mammoth performance as she delivered some of her biggest anthems with full choreography. Add to this the impressive production, and it was something truly spectacular. What's even more astounding is the surprise Destiny's Child reunion with Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams wasn't even the finale. Instead, Queen Bey drew on the crowd's energy for a tremendous performance of her anthem, Halo. What a performance indeed. Number 3, Michael Jackson at Super Bowl 27 at the Rose Bowl. Whilst he wasn't the first halftime performer, the King of Pop was certainly the pioneer of what we now call a Super Bowl halftime show. Gone was the bathroom break filler of marching bands and outdated dance routines. The change was instant as Jackson teleported around the Rose Bowl before shooting out from the stage. The crowd went insane as Jackson stood motionless for 90 seconds, as only the King of Pop could. Halftime suddenly became must-see as Jackson performed big hits Billie Jean and Black or White. Yes, the Heal the World finale was a bit cheesy, and the tech and production was still rather primitive, but even so, it was certainly iconic and definitely set the bar high for everyone else to follow. Number 2, U2 at Super Bowl 36 in New Orleans. Just 5 months removed from the horrific events of 9/11, it's safe to say those wounds were still so fresh as Super Bowl 36 kicked off at the Superdome. Quite rightly, audiences weren't ready for a bombastic, Technicolor spectacle for half-time. Instead, U2 gave what can only be described as a profound and emotional tribute. Egos were checked at the door as Bono and the gang performed some of their biggest songs, all while the names of the victims were spotlighted on a giant display. It never verged into an anti-war protest, nor did it turn into an FU to terrorism, as Bono revealed an American flag sewn inside his jacket as the finale to Where the Streets Have No Name. It remained a heartfelt tribute, and a truly emotional moment for a hurting nation. What a performance. And number 1, Prince at Super Bowl 41 in Miami.
We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Oh no, let's go!
When it came to compiling the list, there was no question which performance would be at number 1, and for many, I'm sure they'd agree. It's the finest example of everything coming together: incredible showmanship, unbelievable guitar shredding, and even Mother Nature to create the most spectacular performance. Whilst Prince was in excellent form, jamming to his biggest hits and those from rock and roll history, this halftime show is best remembered for that epic Purple Rain finale.
Only wanna see you, see you. Can I play this guitar?
As the Miami thunderstorm intensified, so did the atmosphere. Forget the Colts, forget the Bears, forget football. After the halftime show and special finale, it was Prince that won Super Bowl 41. And that's our list. There's been so many great Super Bowl halftime moments, but what's your favourite halftime show? And who would you like to see perform at the Super Bowl in the future? Don't forget to comment below, and while you're there, please do like this video and don't forget to subscribe for plenty more videos. Until next time, I'm Ash Robertson, and we'll see you again at Man Thoughts.